Hello, Pamela Richard here, Master Certified Coach, human person, here to share with you something that I believe is the secret sauce to mastery in coaching. So let me give you some context. Our work as coaches is partnering with another human being or an individual or a group or to support development, transformation, change, and more. I've been doing this work officially for about 30 years and at least another 10 to 15 before that unofficially. I've served thousands of different kinds of people in some form or another in support of their brilliance. That said, I've learned some things some lessons that I believe are integral to our success. So first, a bit of a story here. When I was in college at the ripe age of 18, I was a helper. So even then, I was working in a learning center on campus, and I'd get to know a lot of the other students, in particular, those that had special needs in learning. I got to know many of them quite well and would often be drawn into their individual lives, supporting them with my natural propensity for empathy and putting energy into my work with them. So one day, the head of the learning department must have noticed that I was a bit frazzled, I think, after a conversation with one of the other students. And she came up behind me and put her hands on my shoulders and said, "Pam, you don't have to take on their stuff. Stay objective, support, but stay objective." Well, it took me years to understand what she meant. However, that is what gave me the foundation for the concept that I'm about to share with you. This concept of the name of this little video clip, compassionate objectivity. As human beings, we're wired for emotion. Our feelings and our emotions influence our perceptions and our behavior in every aspect of our lives in some fashion or another. And sometimes our emotions can be our greatest strengths and inspiring us to act and with courage and compassion and care. And then other times they can get in the way of us being able to be fully present and non-judgmental, and basically getting in the way of our ability to see clearly on how best to support another person. So in coaching over the years, I have found over and over again that it's not helpful allowing my emotions to connect with my coachee in my normal way, that being empathetic. And empathy is a good thing. However, in coaching, it can get in the way. So our normal propensity to be empathetic or care with another can actually get in the way of ideally supporting someone. So I've coined this term that I believe is the secret to mastering coaching, or a coach approach to communication, if you're not want to be a full coach. And that term is what I've shared as that compassionate objectivity. Those of you that know me know that I have been sharing this concept for well over a decade because of how powerful I think it is in our ability to support another human being. So compassionate objectivity is a mindset, an approach to communication that involves approaching others with care and concern while maintaining a clear and unbiased perspective. I really believe it's a fundamental principle of the coach approach to communication. It integrates care, active listening, and open-mindedness with rationality, logic, and critical thinking. It's a skill set that combines the best of both worlds, the warmth and humanity of caring that we have as human beings and compassion, with the clarity and precision of rationality, which is needed in a coaching conversation. So at its core, simply, it's about caring objectively. And at another level, not being attached to a particular outcome. It means we don't get in it with them. We don't jump into the story. It involves listening deeply to others and acknowledging their emotions, yes, and needs, and yet working to understand their perspectives all through it. And at the same time, it requires maintaining a clear and objective perspective, avoiding being drawn into their emotional reactions or personal biases and beliefs that you may have or related experience. I call it, or actually we've called it for a long time, the circle of doom, which is where we jump in with them. And if we jump in with them, we can't be objective. So by cultivating this balance, we can build strong and meaningful relationships with others while supporting them to achieve their personal and professional goals more effectively by being objective, caring, yet objective, not in it with them, not feeling with them, feeling for them in a way that creates understanding and compassion and care without an energetic connection that may not be helpful. So the bottom line is I have found it very effective. And so how do we go about learning this? Becoming compassionately objective, not getting in it with them. So I believe it's initially by cultivating mindfulness and self-awareness. In other words, your personal development, your evolution, your own growth work. Mindfulness involves being present, non-judgmentally observing our thoughts and our emotions and our feelings, and cultivating in particular a sense of curiosity and wonder about our experience. So self-awareness in and of itself, which is a partner here, involves examining our thoughts, our beliefs, and our assumptions, and how they influence our perceptions and our behaviors. So ideally, cultivating a mindset of compassionate objectivity can not only just support you as a coach in the role of a coach or a coaching approach, but it can lead to greater personal success and professional fulfillment for you as an individual, because you're even being able to see yourself more effectively. So I challenge you to step back and be an observer of yourself. Notice when you're getting hooked, when you have a related experience where you can just, oh, I've been there, let me support you from that space energetically as well. What the best way for you to be a masterful coach is to step back, care universally and compassionately, objectively, and share from that space. So thank you for taking the time to listen to this or to watch this, and enjoy giving it a go, this concept of compassionate objectivity. Thanks a lot. I just love this work that we do. It's pretty fun.